This is Muhammad Zeeshan from Saudi Arabia. He joined my one-on-one mentor program. Let's start from scope baseline. We will first create a scope baseline. Actually, there is three baseline. First, one is scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline. And first, I will explain you a scope baseline. First, we will collect all the requirement. We will collect all the requirement using different tools and techniques. There is so many tools and techniques to collect the requirement. We'll go little back to the project charter. What is project charter? A project charter is a short document. Project charter is a short document used in project planning to outline the key aims and benefit of the project. It is at an Gallant's guide to why a project is taking place. It's used both as a marketing tool, useful to get buy-in from stakeholder, and a reference point to keep the project on track. Project charter give the authority to project manager to start a work and steps to write a project charter. Which steps we take to write a project charter? There is different 8 steps we will take when we are going to write a project charter. Actually, project charter written by a project sponsor. And first step take to write a project charter is choose a project name. Sponsor will choose a project name. Then second step is identify the purpose, objective, its mean goal, and project specification. And third step is set a budget. Client or sponsor will set a budget. Then fourth is define deliverable. He will define the deliverable in a project charter. Assess scope and risk. Then number 6 is create a time frame or milestone. Time frame is also mentioned in the project charter and milestone is also mentioned in the project charter. Then list of key stakeholder, maybe 7 or 8 stakeholder is there that are the key stakeholder and name of the key stakeholder is mentioned in the project charter. Then layout team roles and responsibilities. Then layout teams role and responsibilities and project charter. We will create a project charter with the help of business documents. With the help of business document, there is two types of business documents. First is a business case and second is a benefit management plan. What is business case? Business case provides justification for understanding a project, program, or portfolio. It evaluates the benefit, cost, and risk of alternative options and provides a rationale for the preferred solution. Uh, Then benefit management plan. What is benefit management plan? A benefits management plan is a document that outlines how the benefit of the project will be delivered, tracked, and evaluated. It helps to align the project objectives with the strategic goals of the organization and to ensure that the project delivers value to the stakeholder and to ensure that the project deliver value to the stakeholder. And there is different points, there is different key steps and tools for creating a benefit management plan. First one is identify the benefits. First, identify the benefit. Second is define those benefits which we have already identified. We will define those benefits, plan the benefit realization. Then step number 4 is deliver the benefits and step 5 is track the benefit. and step 6 is evaluates the benefits. And these two documents we will create with the help of business need. First come business need exist, then we create a business document that are two business documents. Business case, benefit management plan, help of business documents, we will create a project charter. Then we will collect all the requirements using different tools and techniques. There is so many tools and techniques we will use to collect all the requirements. We will use checklist, check sheets, interviews, focus group, brainstorming, voting, and there is different so many tools and technique. For a while I will explain you that tools and technique, but first we will collect all the requirements and we will get a two and other documents, requirements documentation and requirement traceability matrix. In requirements documentation, there we will collect all the requirements, business requirement, transition requirements, market requirement, stakeholder requirements. All the requirements come in the requirement documentation. And requirement traceability matrix will tell us who is the owner of the requirements and what is the status of the requirement and linkage of the requirement from start till end and status of the requirement. Requirement traceability matrix will tell us. We will collect all these requirements and we will put a scope filter here. We will put a scope filter here. Sorry. We'll put a scope filter. We'll collect all the requirement. All the requirement will come here. Transition requirements, stakeholder requirements, market requirements, solution requirement, functional requirement, non-functional requirement, and after that we will put a scope filter here. I will call Moscow, more of a Moscow. Moscow mean must have, should have, would have, would likely to have. We will put a scope filter here, then we will get project scope statement. In result of that, we will get project scope statement. In project scope statements, what we are going to do and what we are not going to do. Each and everything is mentioned in project scope statement. What is the assumption, what is constrained, what is excluded, what is included in the project scope statement is detail of the scope. Detail of the scope. In project charter, there is only one line is given that are relevant to the project scope. For example, we are going to make a house on 400 square feet. But in project scope statement, each and everything is mentioned. How many rooms we will build, how many kitchens are there, how many washroom are there, and even the color of the tile is also mentioned in the project scope statement. And then we will create a WBS. Then we will create a WBS. WBS means work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure. How to create a work breakdown structure? I will give you example of hydropower plant. Hydropower plant, for example. Then turbine. Turbine will come here. Turbine and then penstock and gates. Penstock and gates. Then we will divide further. This will come 0.1. This will come 1.1. This will come 1.2. And we'll divide further penstock and gates. Radial gate will come here. For example, this is 1.1.1, and then we will divide further radial gate in welding, then inspection, and then we will divide further welding, fit up, fabrication, fit up, then inspection, it will come VT, then it will come PT, then it will come MT, then UT, like that. And the lowest one is called a work package. Lowest one is called a work. This is a work package. This is topper one is called control account. This one is called control account. Control account, mostly management is controlling the control account, and in between planning package will come. In between planning package will come, and then we will create a work breakdown structure dictionary. Work breakdown structure dictionary. Work breakdown structure dictionary will tell us all these control accounts. If I will say you to go and work according to 1.2, you don't know what is 1.2. You want to know, then you will go to the work breakdown structure dictionary and see from there what is 1.1, and also all the relationship is given in the work breakdown structure dictionary. All the information that are relevant to the work breakdown structure is given in the work breakdown structure dictionary. And then combination of these three things: project scope statement, work breakdown structure dictionary, we will submit to the sponsor. And when we will get approved, this is our scope baseline. This is our scope baseline. Scope baseline is a combination of three things: project scope statement, work breakdown structure, and work breakdown structure dictionary. When we get approved, this is our scope baseline. And we will work according to this. We will work according to scope baseline in the project. What is mentioned in the project and what is not mentioned in the scope baseline, we are not going to make. There is two things: scope creep, unintended added in the scope, that is called scope creep. For example, some things are not mentioned in the scope baseline and sponsor says do this, do this, do this. This is scope creep. Unintended added in the scope, that is called scope creep. And gold plating, what is not mentioned in the scope baseline and we are giving the extra feature to the sponsor, that is gold plating. Both are bad thing. Both are bad thing. We are not going to make. We will make only those things that are mentioned in the scope baseline. And deliverable, I will tell you the journey of deliverable. Deliverable will produce in the execution and then come into the control quality. In control quality, here quality team will inspect the deliverable according to quality management plan, according to quality standard. Inspection team will inspect the deliverable, and if they say this deliverable is okay, then we will get verified deliverable. Then we will get verified deliverable. If inspection team rejects the deliverable, we raise change request, corrective action, preventive action, and defect repair. And if the quality team accept the deliverable, then we will get verified deliverable. And this verified deliverable will go to the validate scope. And here, inspection team will check with the client. In validate scope, inspection team and sponsor both will check the deliverable. If sponsor will accept the deliverable, then we will get accepted deliverable. If they accept it, because client has their own checklist, they will inspect the deliverable according to their own checklist. If they accepted the deliverable,